Hi, my name is Greg Friedman. I have studied and worked with indigenous elders for many decades. I lead people on journeys to discover themselves, on inner journeys. I work as a radio host for the same reason. We introduce people to pathways and possibilities, but we don't tell you what to do. It's your power, it's your choice. You are the magic, and we just help you realize it. There are so many people that come up and ask me about meditation and about depression and how they can help one another. There's so many people that ask me about meditation, and they struggle. They get depression and anxiety just thinking about meditating. And meditation is here to help us alleviate stress, to alleviate depression, not to add to it. And so many people get nervous about meditating. Meditation is not some very stiff, rigid, it has to be this way kind of thing. Meditation instead is an expression of your own soul. It's a pathway back to the universal energy that is within you, that's within each of us. And when you can touch on that, then depression isn't pushed away. It just becomes integrated, a part of who you are here and now. And it's not any longer a shadowy force. It's not something that works against you. Instead, it's just a part of your being that helps elevate you and connect you to yourself and to the world around you. Meditation often is thought of as this bald man sitting on top of a cave in a saffron robe, and hasn't eaten any food for 30 days and 30 nights, and he is completely clean and clear. And there are so many people think about meditating this way, and they go, oh, I can't do that. I've had clients that couldn't sit still. And so what I do with them, there was one client I had, and she was a triathlete. So I literally threw her in the pool, and I said, your job is to do only two things, not count laps, but simply focus on your breath and focus on your form. And that's all she did. And that was her meditation, because you don't have to sit still. You don't have to quiet your mind. You don't have to even focus on the nothing. If your mind goes wandering off, most teachers I know say, nope, bring it back. I say instead, choose. Say, hey, I'm wandering off. Do I want to follow that little monkey that's going over here? Or would I prefer to stay here with my breath? It's a choice then, instead of an obligation. And that alleviates stress. That alleviates depression. I teach a lot according to the medicine wheel, including meditation. But I'm going to start with just a very simple meditation. You simply breathe in for a count of 8. You hold for a count of 4. And then you exhale for a count of 8. Then you hold empty for a count of 4. And the point of doing it this way is it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. It just has to resonate with your own soul. So, if you can start with me, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold empty. 4. And inhale. And as you do this, I want you to focus on just the breath, because ultimately, at the end of the day, everything is our breath. Everything is our being. We cannot live without breath, but more importantly, we cannot thrive without breath. We breathe in, meditation isn't about having. It's not about not having. It's simply about being. Can you, just for a moment, let go of the story? Can you instead come with me on a journey as you breathe? Will you breathe in and hold, and then exhale? And then as you breathe in, I want you to see a path before you. And you hold, because you're holding, and you're not obligated to that path. You get to make a choice. Do I want to go down that path? Exhale. Or do I want to sit here and rest? Because ultimately, depression is caused by lack of recognition of your own power. You, me, each one of us, our power lies in our choice. Each one of us. One of the greatest gifts that we are given is the gift of choice. And you see that path before you. You decide, do I want to walk? Do I want to sit? Do I want to look up at the trees? And we go down that path. Come with me just for a moment. And you see a butterfly go by. And you notice the color and the texture, and you notice the light playing off of it. And you exhale. And you breathe in. And as you breathe in, you not only feel the energy of the butterfly, but you feel the energy of the light as it bounces off the wings, gently playing, almost dancing. And you exhale. And you understand that there is no separation between you or the light or the butterfly. Because ultimately, if you can recognize your connection, you can recognize also that you're not isolated. You're not alone. We're all here together for each other, which means we're here for you. And then we breathe in and hold. And breathe out. And we go down a little bit further down that path. And we see the light now playing through the trees, and the texture of the trees, and the scent in the air. Everything is you, and you are everything. And none of it you are obligated to. You get to choose your life. You get to choose your happiness. But happiness takes the courage to actually make a choice. Have an intention. Not an obligation, but an intention. And breathe into that. And hold. And then let it go. And as you walk down this path, you draw in the energy. The butterfly is a part of you now. The sunlight is a part of you now. The tree is you, and you are the tree. And that tree has been growing for 100 years, and it's well rooted into the earth, which means you are well grounded, and you are supported. You are cared for by you, by the earth. And there's a Native American chant that's very, very simple. And as we breathe, we're going to integrate it. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. All of the elements are within you, and you are a part of all of the elements. And you can let go of everything that you thought was important in order to embrace your own power. You are the full circle, and the medicine is you, and the wheel is how you get back to you. And once you remember who you are, depression's not necessary. Anxiety is not necessary. The only thing that's necessary is breath. Will you breathe into the beauty of who you are in this form, on this planet, in this moment? And keep breathing. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. And now we're going to start our pathway back towards the head of the trail. But we're not going to leave the energy that you just absorbed, that you just connected to behind. It's yours now. It's not separate from you. It is you. Breathe into it. Feel that tree. Hold it in. Let it integrate into your cells, into the deepest part of your entire being, and then exhale. And hold there. And take a step. Do you feel the energy with you? If you're struggling, stay there for a moment. Access that energy. Return to the butterfly. Return to the sun. Return to the earth, to that tree. Return to your own roots. Those roots are not only your roots, they're your ancestors' roots. They are your being. And you run deep, and you run strong. And then once you feel yourself rooted into yourself again, take another step. Take another breath. And let it become you. And let you become it. And then release. And then we walk back again. And again. And you feel the sun on your face. And you feel the coolness of the water of the stream running beside you. And then you remember the words. But they're not words any longer, they're you. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. Return, return, return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. Return, return. Breathe in. And you slowly enter into the room again. And there's an interesting phenomenon. You are neither who you were and everything that you are. You are the embodiment of yourself in your power. You are in a place where you could look at that depression, but not have to wear that depression. Because even that is a choice. And you get to breathe into the power of being you and decide, Because sometimes you're going to want to pick up that depression and wear it. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And if you want to, accept that you're choosing it and appreciate that choice. And if you don't, accept that you're not wearing that right now. You wouldn't wear a really thick, heavy coat on an incredibly hot, sunny day. But if you do, accept that you're going to sweat. It's going to be hot. And ask yourself if you want that heat, if you need that heat. And if you do, appreciate who you are in every single one of your choices. And understand that every breath, every moment is that meditation. And you could take you with it, and you could take it with you in everything you do. And all it takes is practice. Thank you very much for taking this journey with me. It was absolutely beautiful. Namaste.